commercial break, and as promised, we have Big Daddy Gay for Pay, Bostin Loyd.
New nickname.
Hey, Bostin, welcome to the show.
What's up?
Hey, dude, we're really, really excited. We have like a laundry list of stuff to ask you and talk to you about, and just kind of bullshit with you. But let's talk about bodybuilding first. Let's do some of that stuff. Let's get that out of the way, and then we'll have some fun. You have completely... Well, first of all, you had your shows in 2015, and you looked good, and then, you got on stage, and, you're probably disappointed in yourself.
You look good, then you got on stage.
Right. You look good, and then you got on stage, and you placed however, it doesn't matter. But you released pictures about 2 months ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, and I agree with what everybody's saying. You look like a completely different guy. Yeah, you look fucking awesome. You really do. Now you're not standing next to anybody. You're in a vacuum by yourself. So,
but in all fairness, his arms and shoulders look really. We don't see anything else. Well, no, he showed his upper body. He showed his entire.
I just posted a lower body pic, and everyone's really surprised. Actually,
do you have quad sweep?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I just posted one on Instagram. If you guys were to check,
is it muscle or made out of oil?
There's no oil in my legs.
Legit question.
No oil in my legs, but I just got done with the loading phase of Synthol in my upper body, and that consists of shoulders, arms, and calves. And it finally, the loading phase last 3 weeks, it's such a pain in the ass, but now I'm on the maintenance phase, so it's not as bad.
Can I ask a question about that?
Yeah.
What kind of CCs are we looking at in a loading phase and frequency of dosing?
Well, it's not even as bad as people think. Like, I know Big A has a protocol on professional muscle. It's out of this world. It's like shooting every day like crazy amounts. But the loading phase for triceps is 3 times a week. For biceps is twice a week, and for calves is 3 times a week. And when I say loading, that means you're shooting each head 3 times a week with 3 cc's.
That's really not what I expected at all.
No, it's not bad at all.
Is that your formula, or are you using somebody else's?
Yeah, that's my formula that me and Dave kind of Palumbo. I kind of took what he did and make it a little bit more aggressive, but not much more. But it works well. It's basically 3 cc's and each head of your bi, each head of your tricep, and you only do that 3 times a week for the loading phase. It's not too bad. It doesn't take me that long.
Now, do you also site inject your gear?
Mm-hmm.
So
I do. I've been putting gear in my chest and my traps.
All right, so you're not overlapping the same body parts, gear and the Synthol.
No, I mean it would. My Synthol is the main base of it is MCT oil,
right?
And the guy who makes my gear it's MCT oil as well. So it probably wouldn't be an issue,
right?
But I think if you put too much oil into one body part, it's going to take a while to absorb. So I don't want that to happen.
Well, not to mention the frequency of the injection. I mean, the scar tissue and the pain and the soreness all the time.
Dave, believe it or not, since I've been shooting like crazy amounts of gear, I don't get any pain anymore, man. Like,
I would assume that your body gets acclimated to it.
I'll give you an example. I shot 6 cc's in my right glute yesterday. 1 cc of that 6 was water-based Winstrol.
Wow, really?
You combine them? Wow, okay.
You mixed them?
Yes, and I learned that. I told you that. We talked about this. Hani told me I could do this. Hani Rambod himself. I asked him at the Max Muscle in Walnut Creek. He says he has his guys do it all the time.
Everything I've ever heard, dude, and my own.
I've never had a problem doing that. So, I put 6 cc's, 1 cc of it was water-based Winnie, and I remember I leave about 1/4 cc of air at the back of the syringe. So when I push it in, everything clears. Because remember, with water-based Winnie, it could get stuck in the syringe. I don't want to waste that shit. So I make sure I put about 1/4 cc of air, and it pushes everything through.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, talk about what did you do differently? Because honestly, man, because you look great now. So what did you change? Are you working with anybody differently, or is this all you?
No, it's all me. It's all me. And I actually have a couple clients this year that like I said, they're not potentially they don't have great potential or anything like that, and not crazy genetics, but we're running around the same type of carb cycle approach, and their food keeps getting upped and their weight keeps dropping. Like I know Dave is not really big on T3, and I'm not big on T3 at all either. I see some of these trainers like Shelby Starnes putting their guys in like 100, 150 micrograms of T3. I try to never even go over 25. I'm at 12.5 right now before bed. And the only reason I did that is because when I was on DNP, DNP shuts down your thyroid production. And, when you diet, naturally your thyroid gets, suppressed a little bit. I just have that right before I go to bed just to keep me going, keep my thyroid at a steady rate. But other than that, I think T3 is a very catabolic drug.
Of course.
So that's the only thing you've changed? I mean...
No. This whole thing, man, I'll be 100% honest with you. I look good last year with, but the main thing, man, is like Dave will probably tell you is like bodybuilding is a single man sport. Okay. Like right now, all I do is I look at the clock. I'm eating every 2 hours.
I was going to say you have to be eating differently or better. You have to be.
Last year I did like 2 meals, 4 shakes. No, my bad. 4 shakes, 2 meals. This year I'm doing about anywhere from 5 to 6 whole meals.
Yep.
with 2 shakes. My protein consumption last year was probably 325 to 375. This year it's anywhere from 500 to 600.
And I'm going to tell you right now, Matt, of all the things that Bostin Loyd does, that is what's making the difference.
Yeah,
that's a segue to the last segue.
But Dave, you got to remember too, there's no stress in my life.
Well, yeah, that helps a lot.
All right, so you brought it up. So bodybuilding, Areola.
Yeah. So
okay, so she's not in your life anymore. So what you're saying is she is the reason your physique is better because she is not the pain in your ass driving the nail up your butt. Yeah.
I won't blame her. And just like she could blame me because her physique hasn't really changed since we've been together either. She could blame me for the same shit. We just ate out too much, man. We're like, hey, do you want to get a cheat meal? Yeah, let's go get a cheat meal. Fuck it. Like just dumb shit like that. When you have somebody around the house that like, first of all, she eats nonstop junk. So I mean, every time she'd eat junk, like, and I'm dieting, I'd be like, fuck it, cheat meal time. Like, I don't know. It was just a bad. Now I'm like regimented, man. Like every 2 hours I'm eating. I don't got to worry about anything else. I got a gym across the street from my house. I literally have the perfect setup for bodybuilding, man. I don't work. I work out of my house. Like everything is perfect. Everything is like set in place right now.
What is your day like? Like, give us the rundown because
so
there's a lot of people that want to know. Like, what time are you up in the morning? What time do you go to bed?
This is my day. I wake up at about anywhere from noon to 1 p.m. every day. Okay, and I go over across the street to the YMCA and I do 20 minutes of fasted cardio. Yeah, I shoot my GH, I take my clen, my ephedra, all that good stuff, and then I head to the gym, do 20 minutes of cardio, come back home, eat breakfast. Then I lay on the guest bed and I pass out for an hour and a half. Then I get up again and I have my shake, my whey isolate with peanut butter shake. I blend that up, boom. Then I go back to the guest room. I sleep for another hour.
So what time is it at this point?
This point it's probably like 4 or 5.
So it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You've basically done nothing.
Fucking done nothing.
Exactly. So then I wake up. Then I'll eat my third meal. Then I'll shower. Then I'll go to the gym, train, come home, have a shake, chill on the couch, and answer my client text. And remember, throughout the day, I'm always answering client text messages.
But you haven't eaten food yet.
When I'm up, if I'm not sleeping, I'm answering client texts. Then I'll lay on my couch for a bit, and then about an hour after my shake, I'll go outside and I'll grill my steak fresh. I've been doing my steak fresh this whole prep, which it's like a fucking cheat meal every day for me because I used to make steak in bulk, and it would be gross as shit by like the second or third day. Now I'm cooking all my steak every day right off the grill. So that's helping a lot in prep too. Then after I eat that, I literally, because I have carbs with that post-workout meal usually, then I'll pass out again for another hour, okay? And then I'll get up and I'll start doing emails. So I go to bed every night around 5 to 6 a.m. because I'm up from about I would say midnight to about 4 to 5 a.m. doing emails. And then you're gonna ask me why I do that?
Yeah, what is the reason of this whole weird schedule?
Because it's calm. I don't get blown up with text messages, and I can really focus on diets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well,
But I literally don't do shit, man.
See, I told you
that needs to be a soundbite. I literally don't do shit, man. Like, you should make T-shirts that says that. I literally don't do shit, man.
No, seriously, he's got the ideal day for bodybuilding.
Yep.
But
I have no excuse, man. I have no excuse to fuck anything up this year.
No, you don't.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say you said you were done bodybuilding about 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago, and you were gonna.
No, I was planning on being done bodybuilding last year, but after I bombed my show, I can't go out like that. My monthly income, I mean, like I said, I'm not all about money, man. Like I live in slippers that have holes in them. I'm in my pajamas all day long. Like I save money. I'm investing in properties. Like that's what I do, but I don't fucking buy crazy shit. Like I just buy steroids. That's about it. So, and I buy food. I buy food and steroids. So anyways, those are the only things that I could buy and not be like mentally fucked over. Like
you don't get those free yet?
Huh?
You don't get those free yet? You should be getting those free.
No, I do, but I do not get the pharmaceutical grade GH free.
I can get you some underground lab free if you
want. The farm GH I can get. I have to pay for that. But yeah, so and Dave, that's probably another reason why my physique's changing. I'm using about 4 to 6 IUs of farm GH.
Better believe it.
On top of my generics.
Nothing like farmer grade anything.
So that's a big plus too. But yeah, I don't know. And this year I'm running about 150 mgs of Anadrol every day. I didn't do that last year, so
that's great. That'll definitely work. What's your total milligrammage?
Of what?
Per week, everything.
Right now, 1.5 grams a test. 600 NPP, 800 EQ, about 800 tren, about 400 mast prop, and about another 400 mast and enthate. Shit, what else? Oh, 300 primo.
You got the calculator, Dave?
I just started Winstrol, Anavar, Superdrol, and Anadrol. And Anavar. Yeah, I'm on like 4 or 5 different orals right now. It's pretty fun.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that like a third of what you used to do?
Correct. I'm using way less this year.
I mean, the dosages actually sound kind of human.
Yeah, no, the big reason last year why I kept looking worse and worse too is like I'm an idiot. I kept upping my test. I started my test at like 1 gram and I ended up at like 3 to 4 grams. I was experimenting and dude, I just kept getting softer and softer because no matter what kind of anti-estrogen I took, I kept aromatizing.
Well, sure. But what was the theory behind that? Why did you do it?
I just wanted to experiment. I just wanted to try it.
Okay.
Yeah. Now this year, you're going to laugh. This year is a kind of a nice little taper effect. I'm doing warm-ups where I'm going to keep the sip in, but I'm doing like test sip and test prop right now. And for my main show, for my warm-ups, I don't care. But for my main show, 5 weeks out, I'm going to switch to test pro only. And then 2 weeks out, I'm switching to suspension twice a day.
Right. Perfect. Yeah.
And then 2 days out, I'll cut all tests and I'll pull my water completely.
That's right.
I had talked to a few of those freaks in Kuwait that come in grainy and hard shit and dry as fuck. And I talked to them, man, those guys do some crazy water droppage. And I'm going to do the exact same thing that they did for my main show. They pull water 48 hours out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's old.
At the risk of sounding dumb, are you getting labs during all this? What does your blood work look like?
I got labs before, but not during. I'd rather not even know, man.
Are you scared shitless, or are you just?
No, I'm not scared shitless. It's just like
I think for Boston, even if he knew, if he got the blood work back, all it would do is stress him out. It wouldn't make him change his behavior.
Yeah, I wouldn't change anything.
He's still going to do what he's doing.
Like, all I care is about my appearance on the outside right now. Like, my hair is fucking perfect. My skin's perfect. I don't have any side effects, like, at all. So I'm not really worried too much, man.
You're not getting any bloody noses or nothing?
No, man. I have no side effects. Like, literally none.
Can you outline the orals one more time? Anadrol at 150.
Anadrol 150. The Superdrol is at only 25 mgs, which is not too bad.
Okay.
The Anavar is about 60 mgs right now.
Right.
Proviron is 75. I just raised that. And I just started oral Winstrol today. and I was doing injectable starting about a week ago.
Okay, well, 3 out of those 5 are harsh, and 2 aren't. But yeah, man, wow. Yeah, don't get your blood work done. I would recommend,
But Dave, you got to remember, I was on farm grade orals, like not farm grade, my bad, human grade orals,
right?
And like harsh ones, like pretty harsh ones, like Tren, that Tren oral,
right.
Yeah, and I was on Anadrol and I was on D-ball all at once,
right?
And the highest my liver enzymes have ever been were 82. I've never been able to break that, which is not that fucking high.
Able to break that, like it's his goal to go above that.
No, I'm just saying I don't think liver toxicity is as overplayed as people try to make it. Because
overplayed, you just have a good genetic predisposition, or your age, or both. But
what bodybuilders have you ever heard pass away or have liver damage for life? It's more of the kidneys.
Absolutely, no, I've known a couple who have actually died from liver cancer. However, they were
like liver cancer. Yes, I'm talking about if you got a disease, but I'm saying like the liver always repairs itself.
It doesn't always repair itself. There is such a thing as cirrhosis.
I don't know. If you study the organ itself, it's pretty resilient.
It's extremely resilient.
Yeah, I just think it's a bit overplayed. So look at this, Dave. They're giving fucking kids and fucking grandmas 200 mgs of draw a day that have muscle wasting diseases. It can't be that shitty.
But because doctors give it to kids?
I'm just saying.
You can't use that as the benchmark at all. Doctors give you anything if they're getting a kickback on it.
I mean, seriously. Think about it. If I run that for 8 weeks out of the year, I don't think I'm going to be dying anytime soon.
No, I agree. 100%.
Wait a minute, but are you only going to be running it for 8 weeks out of the year?
I can't even take orals in the off season, man. I can't eat.
Well, so what is your off season? Everybody wants to know.
My off season is not even bad. It's like a gram and a half to 2 grams of test, 800 EQ, 400 to 500 MPP, and maybe like 50 mgs of Anavar. That's not bad.
What is your when you get your labs in the off season? What is your RBC and hematocrit?
I was just going to ask him that.
I have my blood work. I could send it over to Dave. I don't even look at that shit. All I care about is my test and estradiol.
I'll check it out. But 800 EQ is going to make your blood thick as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Do you ever go to the blood bank and give like a pint?
No, I've never done any of that.
You're missing out. Hey, let's switch gears. I want to talk about it because I know we only have you for a short amount of time. What is how was your breakup with Areola? Everybody wants to know.
It was really bad, man. Like really bad. Like we hated each other.
What happened? You guys, when you were on the show, you guys had broken up. You were dating Kristen Earth, and she was doing whatever, and then you guys got back together, and things seemed great.
Yeah, she kind of keeps her personal life lower than mine. I don't give a fuck, dude. If I'm fucking so and so, I'll fucking straight out be like, I'm fucking this girl. Like I don't care. She trust me. She's not no fucking angel. I'll tell you that much. But she's more private about her shit, which is fine. We just go about it 2 different ways. But for me, man, like it's crazy. For me, sex is real. Like it has to be intimate. Like after this past breakup, I tried to hook up with a few chicks, and it was very weird for me, man. Like I haven't had sex or even had anything going on in months. But I'm saying right after the breakup, I found out some things, and I tried to do the whole rebound thing. I really actually tried, and man, I felt like shit, man. I couldn't go to bed at night. Like me having casual sex, it's just something about me, man. I don't know. I just can't do it.
You're a sensitive individual.
Yeah, I can't do it, man. So I mean, shit. I haven't really done any of that shit, and I kind of really. The thing with girls, man, is I even had a recent encounter. I'm not going to mention her name, but I'm the type of guy that I don't lead women on. I do not lead women on. I tell them from the get-go, I'm not looking for anything. We are friends. I don't want sex. I don't want this. I don't want that. But the problem with me, man, is I'm so nice. Like I'll invite chicks over. I'll offer to cook them food. I'll pay their gas money and they won't even fucking, ask. I'll like stuff it in their purse. I'm just a nice guy to these chicks. And they, even after I tell them like I don't want anything, they get attached, man.
Well, that's because your actions are saying something different than your words, dude.
That's correct.
The things you're doing are very relationship-y.
No, that's just how I am, though, man. I'll do that for
I know that's your nature.
My guy friends come over and I have their meals already cooked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's when you do that for a girl, that shows that you're relationship material, and they'll start getting very interested in that. regardless.
I can't argue with you, man, because I will tell them straight up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want anything sex. I don't want to kiss you. We won't sleep in the same bed. I don't want any of that. And just me being nice and being the person I am, they still get attached, and it still brings drama into my life, even how forward I am. And I'm not the type, like, I'll give you an example. She would never do this, but me and Areola had a bad breakup. And a week after the breakup, man, I could talk as much shit as I wanted about her. You know, a week after, 2 weeks, if she showed up at my doorstep drunk, after all the bullshit I went through, I would still let her in my house and let her stay the night until she sobered up, and I'd take her back home in the morning. Yeah. Like, that's just how I am. And no matter, and that's a bad trait in a way, because a lot of people could fuck me over and keep coming back in my life when I should just, exit them out.
Now, Bostin, what happened though? Did she cheat on you?
Yeah, dude. And like I said, like, she could say it's not cheating and stuff like that. And she has a point because she didn't physically cheat. But when you keep in contact with an ex, okay, without letting your significant other know and lying about it, to me, that's cheating.
Yeah.
And, when you have to hide something, anything, whether it's an ex or this and that and this and that. And like I said, man, after I found out she cheated, when she moved out, 6 months later, I straight out told her that I cheated on her when we were doing long distance, So like I said, I'm not no fucking angel. I cheated on her in the very beginning and she never knew. And when we were doing long distance, because I had found out that she was still talking to her ex, so I felt like she wasn't, she didn't take the relationship seriously. So on that note, I was still banging my ex when we were doing long distance. Now, from the time I put that ring on her finger, I was loyal. I never flirted with anyone, didn't have any intentions of ever being with anyone else but her. Now, like I said, she didn't physically cheat, but I found her texting an ex, and she was texting an ex on an application, an application, and she would uninstall the app and then install it when I left. And like I said, man, I didn't see any flirting. There was no flirting. It was basically her venting to him about our relationship. Now, even though she did later on, I found out she did have feelings for him, and she still had that, that little special, place in her heart for her first. I think he was one of her first loves. And that's fine, man. Like, honestly, at the point, this was 4 months ago, I was super pissed. But now I'm like so glad it all happened, man. Like, I'm so glad it all happened because, I'm not even mad anymore, man. I can't even be mad at her. Like, I'm not mad. I learned from it. I could honestly tell you I'm glad everything happened.
So you don't miss her at all, is that the point?
No, I miss her, man. I mean, we had some good times. I'll never forget the road trips we had. I'll never forget getting all of our animals together. All of our animals that we got them together. So we're always going to have that connection. You know what I mean? But we're just not meant for each other. I remember when we first moved in this house, I sat her down and I said, Areola, I said, I don't think you're ready to settle down. I think you want to go and do that party kind of thing, like the whole, like, let's go to the club every Saturday. And I'm the type of guy that I don't leave my house, man, at all. And that's a bad trait. I don't like to go out. I don't like to pack meals. I don't like to do shit. I like to stay at home and be in my element. I got that from my mom. Mm-hmm. So I told her that. I sat her down and I said, look, I said, you're not going to upset me, Areola, if you tell me that this is not what you want. And she said, no, it's what I want. It's what I want. And she was not telling me the truth because, after everything happened, she was doing the whole, going out to the club and stuff like that. And which is fine, man. Like I said, man, we all make mistakes. You know what I mean? And when girls, Dave, you would probably know this because you've probably been in similar situations. When girls are hurt, when they're hurt, they make very, very dumb decisions.
Well, anybody, when they're acting on emotion, will make bad decisions.
Correct. So after a breakup, she made some decisions that I was very hurt because when you love someone and you're with someone for that long and you love them like the way you do, and you find out that they did all this, do all this stuff after the fact, it makes you feel like they were lying to you the whole time about the person they were when they were with you, when that might not be the case. They maybe were that kind of person when they were with you, but just because they were so hurt, they went out and did things that they shouldn't have done. And then it affected me because when I found out, I did things that I shouldn't have done. And it's just like a downward roller coaster, man. But literally, this happened in July of 2015. I tried to make it work. It didn't work because then I found out more stuff. And then she moved out late October. Okay. And then now it is mid-February, and I have no regrets. I don't hate her at all. You know what I mean? Like there's no regrets, man. And like, I'm at a good place, and she's at a good place, man. Like she seems like she's doing well, man. Like, so I'm not even mad.
All right. Let's, I'll get you off that emotional roller coaster.
No, it's not emotional.
It's good stuff, man.
No, it is good stuff. I just want to go. I want to go back to bodybuilding. I'll revert back to this later on. You're gonna do what, 3-4 shows this year? Is that the deal?
I might even do more because I want to end my bodybuilding in NABA in November. Right. So late November.
Well, that is kind of my question. You're gonna do a couple NPC shows, then finish up the year in NABA. Now,
the NPC is actually quite disgusting, man. It's actually quite disgusting how they came out with this new classic physique. All these bodybuilding shows have like 2 or 3 bodybuilders in them now. It's really sad.
What part? I mean, go ahead. I mean, because obviously we're going to see men's physique guys move up. We're going to see bodybuilders slim down. So what don't you like about it?
So now some of the physique guys let's say some of the physique guys that placed 9th, 10th, 11th at their pro shows. Oh, well, I'll never make it to the top. Let me try this new division. Maybe I'll have better luck there. Sure. They're going to go there. And the bodybuilders, that don't want to get massive and big are going to go to classic physique. So now we're going to see a combination of physique guys and bodybuilders going into physique. And, physique will always be huge no matter what because people don't like to train their legs at all. So that's always going to be fucking big. Now, bodybuilding, man, it's a different area. And Dave would probably agree with this. You get all these little fucking kids, man, saying, I like classic bodybuilding, the fucking Frank Zane look, this, and that. And the reason why they say that is because they trust me, in the back of their minds, they would love to be a bodybuilder. They would love to be a freak where if they get out of their car or if they're in public, people are staring at them and shit. They would love it. But the only reason they're saying, oh, Frank Zane, this and that, is because they know that they can never attain a bodybuilder look. Whether it's genetics, whether it's hard work, whether it's them taking the drugs, they don't want to go that route. They don't. So, you know what I mean? And like, trust me, in the back of their mind, they would rather look like a bodybuilder. But because they can't achieve that, they're trying to do this full Frank Zane bullshit.
Dave?
Dude, there was nothing impressive about Frank Zane. Like, what the fuck?
No, I just watched a video of him recently of one of his Olympia wins, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, like what is that?
$180, maybe exactly. $185. He's paper thin from the side. Like he had no thickness at all. And although he was cut, he wasn't shredded.
No, not at all.
He didn't have a lot of anything.
I don't understand it, man. I mean, what the fuck is that?
And they're always like, oh, his symmetry. Yeah, he was small all over.
And like this whole thing about the guts, like I understand. Trust me, I understand. Like some of these guys are blowing their guts out. I understand that. But what they don't understand is when you're in off season, or if you're 8 weeks out from a show, if you're 6 weeks out from a show, you're still eating quite a bit of food. Or after a meal, or after you take a little bit of insulin pre-workout, you're going to have a stomach bloat. Now, the smart guys come off the insulin and they'll lower their protein a week or 2 out, and they'll clean their guts out. But what the fuck, man? If you're training and you're fueling your body with food, you're going to have a little bit of a bloat. It's going to happen, So I don't understand.
Seriously, the size of many of the gym rats that work out at my gym recreationally.
They do what?
He was about the same size as a lot of the gym rats who work out recreationally.
Oh, yeah. It's
my gym.
Insane. It's insane how many people like to throw out Frank Zane, and I'm looking at him like, what is that? It's not even.
You make a good point. They are actually talking themselves into thinking that that's what they want, because that's really all they can probably get, if they even get that. So they're settling is what it's like a girl who says, I don't like bodybuilder boys. That's disgusting because she can't get them.
Gentlemen, may I give a third opinion? I think you're both onto it, but I think also, besides nobody wants to train as hard as it takes to get to that size. I completely agree. But I also agree in the sense that a lot of guys don't want to take the amount of gear. I mean, it's the combined effort of work plus gear. It just is unappealing to a lot of people.
Well, there was a time when if you didn't want to do that stuff, you couldn't be a good bodybuilder.
No, there's another division where if you have I'm just talking about I'm just talking about the guy that has elite genetics. So like he's a stud. He could play basketball and be in the NBA. He could play football and be in the NFL. He could do whatever he wanted as far as his genetics go. But he just didn't really want to push his body chemically to that next level. Well, there you go. There's men's physique, or there's classic bodybuilding.
Exactly. I mean, like I said, man, it's going to take away from bodybuilding in general, which saddens me because I like to see, lineups of bodybuilders. I like to see fucking 3 to 4 callouts per class, and now you're lucky to see 2 or 3 people per class. It's just really sad.
Yeah.
Hey man, we got some fan questions for you, Boston.
Yep.
All right, here we go. This one is from. He calls himself Stuff. That's his handle on Projectbodybuilding.com. He goes, why did you get involved with Big Natty Daddy?
That kid actually, his parents actually found out, and his parents were hella cool about it. They were like, I wanna pay for your post-cycle therapy. So I told him what to get in his post-cycle doses. Dude, because he was taking an insane amount of gear and shit. And I was like, and his nutrition was garbage because he was going to school. So he was just taking like a bunch of shit and his nutrition sucked. And I'm like, he already has a source. He's already getting all these drugs. Like, why not take him under my wing and show him nutrition? And he changed. We only worked together like maybe 3 or 4 weeks. And he changed because he went from eating 2 to 3 junk meals a day to, clean meals all day. And, and he looked a lot better. I brought his test down to 750 mgs. It was at like 1.5 grams to 2 grams. I took him off the orals and shit. I mean, like I said, if people think that I actually like would hurt that kid or like fuck him up, like they're idiots.
Well, that's a good segue because I would love to pick your brain. Describe doses, like what you take versus what people think you prescribe versus what you actually give people.
Literally whatever their goal is, man. Like I have guys on just TRT tests that are like in their 50s. You'd be surprised how many people hire me, man. I have quite a bit of clients that like come to me because they know I'm not going to bullshit them, and I'm like very like personable with everyone I work with.
So what is TRT for you? Is it 300 or 150?
TRT is 200 mgs a sip a week.
Any AI or no?
I would do 0.5 of Arimidex 3 times a week on that. Still, I would still do some for sure. I like to keep estrogen, down at all costs.
So it's whatever. If I came to you and said I'm an aspiring men's physique guy, you'd have a protocol for him. If you're a aspiring next branch Warren, you have a,
all my programs are written out like customized diet and drug protocols. The only thing that's a copy and paste is my training program.
So you think you're getting a raw deal from people online that think you're only Mr. 10 grams given to everybody?
I've never put on any client except one national level lightweight. I've never put on anyone over 200 mgs of tren every other day. That's the most tren I've ever put on anyone. Usually I start them off at 50 every other day. Then I'll bump them up to 75. Then I'll bump them up to 100. And the max I'll get is 125 every other day. That's the max I'll bring someone out. And that's for somebody who's competing. That's not for some guy. My perfect cycle for a recomp is this. 250 mgs of test E 3 times a week. So that's 750 mgs of test total. 100 mgs of Masteron 3 times a week. So that's 300 times a week. 50 mgs of tren 3 times a week. And 150 EQ 3 times a week. That cycle with an anti-estrogen, with a little bit of growth if they can afford it, and a really good diet, people change very fast.
You got that, Dave?
I agree 100%. Less is more often.
I like more drugs, less doses.
more.
You like more of the kitchen sink.
What do you mean?
Well, you kind of throw a little bit of everything in the sink,
Correct.
kind of mix it all together, and that's better than a whole lot of a few.
I like to keep test higher than everything else, unless they're very, very close to a show. And I like to use a lot of different drugs at lower doses. That's what I've experimented with everything. I've experimented with high this, high that. What I've seen the best results is a little of this, little of that, little of this.
Right.
Anecdotal evidence.
Yeah. So, and like I said, I know Dave is another guy that's customized because
When you say Dave, you mean Palumbo or Pulcinella?
Pulcinella. Dave Palumbo is very cookie cutter. Okay. I'm talking about Pulcinella because I actually hired him like 2 years ago, and like everything was like customized and everything was good. And in fact, I just pulled up his leg training program about a week ago, and I used it. I liked it. It was 4 to 6 sets of squats. It was 4 sets of leg press. It was 3 sets of leg extension, 3 to 4 sets of stiff-legged deads, and then it was 3 sets of calf raises. And I actually did that workout. I don't know if you remember writing that up for me, Dave, but I actually really like that workout.
I'm actually surprised I didn't put walking lunges in there.
No, there was no lunges in there. No.
Yeah. But you pulled that out from the archives?
Yeah, I pulled it out for a week ago. I liked it because it's lower volume, and I feel like in off season when you're eating more, you can get away with the higher volume leg training.
Yeah.
But honestly, man, I tried some higher volume leg training in the beginning of my prep. I felt like my legs got smaller, So then I bumped up the intensity, and I really lowered the rep range and kept the weight heavier, and I felt like I'm keeping more fullness doing that.
Bostin he really uses himself as his own experimental monkey to great advantage, though. I mean, he's very systematic about it. And I think that's how you learn. That's really how you learn, at least for yourself.
Dave, do you see a lot of yourself in Bostin?
It's funny, as he was speaking earlier, I was thinking that, in terms of the no blood work and I'm not going to worry about it right now. Right now, I just care about how I look, and then I'll worry about it later. It's just like, wow. Just wow. Yeah, I mean, now's the time to think that way, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree. It wouldn't be that smart if I was older and shit. I'm sure I'd have way more side effects. But that's why I plan on doing this young, getting my name out, and that's why I'm launching all these businesses now, like the Gay for Pay shit and all that other bullshit. But I mean, like I said, I'd rather get it done now, invest in property, and be able to retire at a young age than have to do this shit. I ain't black. I can't be Dexter Jackson. Like, I can't do this shit. Like this shit ain't fucking.
Hey, I have to, before we go to more listener questions, talk about your Gay for Pay. Plug your site. What is that? Have you contacted a lot of the older guys like Dave?
Are you accepting new models?
Yeah, come on.
We accept everyone, man. But if nobody's fucking getting any business, we just delete them. But I honestly don't deal with it, man. I have somebody that deals with the site. I don't even know who signs up. I don't know anything really about the site. It was my idea. I put the $4,000 into the software. It's my website. I own the company. But I have somebody that's going doing it, and I'll lose money, man. I'll lose money the first few months because I'm going to pay a web guy I'm paying a web guy to do it all for me, and I'll lose money the first few months. That's fine. But I think in 2 to 3 years, it's a very good idea, and I think I'll have a big clientele on there.
Now, what do we expect? Like, if I log in, I'm a schmo. And I'm looking for Dave Pulcinella. Is he gonna just dance for me? Is he gonna jerk off for me? Is he gonna
It's $5. You get paid $5.99 a minute. Okay, and I'm giving 60% of that. So that's good money, and you just get people that will go on there and they'll see like a guy will be like, oh, I think he's hot or whatever the fuck they.
So if AJ Sim signs up.
He's ugly. I don't know. I don't know if you would get anything. Like, I don't know.
So say he dances for half an hour and generates $150. You're going to take 40% of that and give 60% of that to the guy.
But a lot of these sites are taking 75%, man. A lot of these sites are taking 75%. I'm only taking 40.
So you're like the pimp.
Yeah, but I'm not taking as much money, and then I have to pay my web guy on top of that. So I'm not making that much. I just thought it was an awesome idea to help people out, man, because I fucking hate these GoFundMe accounts. Like I fucking hate them.
Will you dance? Like if somebody wants to,
I might do some posing in my trunks.
So if like if I'm like a high roller and I'm like PJ Braun, okay. So let's pretend I'm PJ Braun and I'm like I got money, I got Ferraris, I got Lamborghinis, and I'm like God, I want to see PJ or I want to see Boston's dick.
Yeah, you could if you go on there and you private chat me, you could do whatever you want, man. There's no limit. You could fucking put fingers in your ass. You could do whatever you want.
No, I mean for your ass. Like if I'm like Boston, man, I want to see your whole fist go up your ass.
No, dude, my dick's already on the internet. I would jerk off and shit, but I wouldn't do anything too crazy.
Will you fuck a guy for $1 million?
For $1 million?
Will you fuck a guy?
Yeah, I'd fuck a guy for $1 million.
Jason Genova?
I would fuck anyone for $1 million, dude. Because I know for a fact if you give me $1 million, I'll never have to work another day in my life because I'll invest it properly.
What about $500,000?
You got to appreciate his honesty.
What about $500,000?
Dude, I $500,000. Nope, I wouldn't do it. Nope, because I would have to know that I'd be set for the rest of my life. Dude, I'm all about easy living. Like I'm actually thinking about moving to Thailand in the next 2 to 3 years and retiring 100%.
Quitting bodybuilding, just doing nothing.
Yeah, not bodybuilding, like living a fat, happy life, dude. Like, I'm all about easy living. Because, like, I think about it like this, man. We only live once, right? Why not enjoy what we love to do at, like, a younger age? And when we get to that point where we want to settle down and retire and shit, like, it's an easy life. Like, we only live once. Like, I see these guys, man, in their 40s and 50s with, like, kids that are obsessed with money, and they work 80 hours a week, but they could already retire. It's like, wait, what? You could already retire and you're still working? Like, fuck that, dude.
I agree, man. I totally agree.
Yeah, I don't know. Thailand, you could live like a king for about $1,000 a month, and you could still do online training, and you could actually train a lot of people in Thailand. And you could literally, for $1,000 a month, you could literally get massages every day for $2, unlimited food for $5. Like literally live like a king for about $1,000 a month.
Dave, should we move there?
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm completely distracted. Brent, I have to tell you what's going on over here.
What's going on?
Is Dave getting head?
Brendan Michael, who won our contest this evening, you know, the naked, send us a naked.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Is serially messaging me naked pictures of his wife now.
Jesus Christ.
It's just amazing.
Dude, I've never understood that. Like what's mine is mine. Like, I don't want to fucking my girlfriend.
No, and it's perfectly, absolutely normal for you to feel that way. However, there's the other side. There are people who don't feel that way, who actually get a charge and a thrill out of other dudes seeing their woman. I know you can't understand it because you're hardwired differently, but it does exist. And to us, it's just as strange as someone who wants to hoard it all away.
And there's a weird phenomenon because they want to be on the show. Hey, so while you're doing that, I want to do another question. This is actually from Brendan Michael, the guy that Dave's talking about. He goes on the Project Bodybuilding forum as Viz needs 3 cc's.
Viz, he's asking me about Viz?
Yeah, no. His handle, his screen name is Viz needs 3 cc's. But he's asking you the question, how big, for Boston, he goes, how big was Areola's clit?
I'm not going to get into that, but I'll be honest, like, out of all the girls like I've been with, like, I was the most sexually attracted to her.
And he has a 2-part question. He says, and was the labia floppy?
That's fucking weird, dude. Like, I'm not going to get into that for her own sake. But I've told her this. I've told her she had the nicest looking badge I've ever been with.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Well, I mean, dude, like I said, everyone has taste. Like, I don't like fucking those Princess Barbie looking pussies, dude. I like to see some shit. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just like, Dave, and I'm sure you're the same way. You've been with hella chicks on gear. Like, do you like that whole slit pussy shit? Like, I don't know. I just would rather, I don't know.
No, I'm very adamant about that. I do not.
Okay, see, there you go.
I like when some of it's going. I like when some.
So I don't like porn star pussies, dude. I like this. I like to see some stuff going on.
Yeah, I agree 100% with that.
We got another one from Matt Zito. He goes by the Dude online. He basically just wants to know, I'm paraphrasing, but he wants to know, what are your thoughts on your stepfather, Rich Piana? His dieting philosophies. You know, he eats 5, 6, 7, 8 meals a day, but then he cheats on Ben and Jerry's and cookies. Flexible dieting. Just talk about Rich's. Do you agree with Rich Piana's flexible dieting in the off season?
Dude, Rich Piana, man, fuck, dude. I can't even. I had a lot of respect for Rich, man, but I can't even deal with him anymore, man. I can't do it anymore. He's just so fake, man. He's such a phony. I can't do it anymore.
Describe it. Give me some details, because a lot of people like Rich.
Well, dude, like, don't get me wrong, man. Like, I'm not gonna fucking ruin him because I there's some personal things that people know about me that they could probably fuck with me about. But I'm just saying, man, like, he's a phony. Meaning, like, if people are actually thinking he does the 30 days for 30 days, the 30-day mass gaining program, I get disgusted, man, because I get kids that are emailing me that are doing this that are getting fucking fat, dude. And it's like, he's not actually doing this Cocoa Pebbles and whatever he's doing, man. And he's not really doing it. But
what do you think he's doing?
No, I know he's not doing it because we've had this conversation. He laughs at his fans. He probably was off cycle and shit for months and stuff. And he probably got on a cycle and raised his cut calories a little bit, and he's like probably like 15 pounds bigger at the most, and then he'll like get a pump in the gym and then take pictures and say, "Oh my god."
He says he's taking 3 grams of gear. So
I don't know about if he's doing that. He might be. I'm not saying he's not, but I don't know, man. Like the Fit Fuel meals and shit like that. Like, he doesn't even eat them and stuff like that. Like, he just says he does. Like, I don't know, man.
Do you think he's full
the thing with me, man, is like the fake plates. What's up with the fake plates? Like, why are you trying to act like you're something you're not? Like, who cares if you can't lift the weight? You know what I mean? Like, why are you using fake plates in your videos? And I was like, I even told Kirsten, I was like, Kirsten, why would you use fake plates? She was like, I don't know. He said it would be good for camera. And it's like, I don't know. I'm just all about the truth, man. I wouldn't want fake plates on my video.
Well, basically his videos, he wakes up in the morning. I don't know. It's still dim out. So, and he eats his breakfast.
Yeah.
And he has egg whites, Special K, the real food. That's his product, and he puts it in a blender and he drinks it. Okay. Then he says he eats 4 or 5 meals of his new delivery food service that he's got coming out soon. And then
nah, dude, because I was with him. He eats Chipotle and shit.
Well, no. He admits to eating Chipotle, but he only films on his videos that he goes to Chipotle or Habit or some of the other SoCal food places that he goes to at night. Like, he only says he goes to those late at night for his last meal of the day. And he said he admits to eating like Ben and Jerry's and cookies. Like, he's not hiding the fact he's eating shit.
No, I know, but like, he's like promoting Fit Fuel meals, but like only eats them on camera and then like doesn't even touch them. You know what I mean? Like, shit like that. Like, that's phony shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'd never use fake plates in a video. Like, I just tell it how it is.
Right on. Hey, Dave, are you ready for me to throw 10 questions at Boston?
Yeah.
Here we go. Boston. We got 10 questions. We usually do this on the interview show on Inside Bodybuilding, but we're going to do it with you because you're a guest. And these are 10 questions that are just like asked backwards / bodybuilding. So just kind of answer them as short or as long as you want to. You can give like 1-word answers or you can give a whole paragraph. It's up to you. So here we go. 10 questions. Question number 1, bodybuilding related. Who will be the next Mr. Olympia after Phil Heath?
Justin Compton.
That's a fucking good answer. I agree. It's either him or Dallas, in my opinion.
Dallas, get the fuck out of here.
I agree with Compton. I think it's gonna be. I think Compton's gonna be Kai, and that's gonna be the story of the year at the Arnold. All right. Question number 2. What IFBB Pro, if any, have reached out to you and either agreed or gave you encouragement in your overall message of, just being honest and your dosages and etc.?
I don't know. I would say me and Jeff Long, we had like our falling out. Like, we talk shit to each other, but like me and him are pretty cool. But he's like the only
pro, I guess you could say, that were cool. There's a few guys that I've met, man, that are like not really in the industry, but are pros that are like actually like super cool guys. Like Ryan Paderaki.
Yeah, sure.
Super cool guy. You know, he might not be a great pro or anything, but like super down to earth, like good ass dude. You know, and shit like that. So,
no, that's good. Ryan's a good answer. I like Ryan.
Yeah.
All right, question number 3. Now that you're single, who is your go-to in your spank bank?
Spank bank? Does that mean like porn?
Yeah, like either. Well, okay, for me and Dave and I on the show, we have differences here, but like, you know, I think about ex-girlfriends that were like really good in bed, you know, but it's not necessarily porn stars that I jerk off to. It might be like an ex-girlfriend that I wasn't quite done with.
Yeah, you could say that. Like I until recently, like first of all, I until the last like 2 days, I was I haven't jerked off or had even a boner in the last 4 weeks.
So you're backed up big time.
Yeah, and it was funny. Like I was like worried that my dick wasn't working, so I just jerked off for the hell of it, and then like it was like a volcano, like kept coming out. But no, and then no. But honestly, man, like, so are you asking me what I'd rather jack off to?
No, I'm asking if you can name names. Like, is there somebody? We'll just give you 2 options. Like, name a girl that you fucked before that you think about frequently while jerking off, and then name a girl that, you know, is kind of like the porn star, famous person that you think.
Yeah, okay, so then these are easy answers. So it's gonna be Areola, obviously, and then it's gonna be for porn stars either Kendra Lust or Carter Cruz.
Kendra Lust.
Do you know her?
No, it's just funny.
He fucked her.
Kendra Lust.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. Okay. This is a hypothetical. In order to stay out of jail, you either had to give up bodybuilding and gear, or give up your dogs. Which would you choose?
Fuck, dude. Like that's a weird question.
Yeah, so it's like your livelihood and your fucking fun, your hobby, your number one hobby.
Well, no,
or your love,
You can't mix this because like it's my job, so obviously I have to go with my finances. But if I didn't make money bodybuilding, I would definitely give up bodybuilding first.
Okay, fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Because that's a tough one. But if you
I couldn't feed my dogs if it wasn't for bodybuilding.
But if you had if you were like an accountant and you just bodybuilded on the side, you give up bodybuilding for your dogs.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. What is the coolest or strangest job that might have been offered to you because of your internet fame? Like, so somebody messages you and they say they have like a thing that you could do.
I've gotten dumb stuff, dude. Like wrestling and shit. Like even one recently, like a couple months ago, like Orlando, they wanted me to like mud wrestle or some shit. And don't get me wrong, I'd probably do it, man, if I needed money, but I don't, you know.
So you wouldn't do it just for more money?
No, I don't really. Money's not my really thing, man. It's like money's comfort. I wouldn't. I'd rather sleep all day and like make less and be happy. I don't know.
Such a good answer. It's a refreshing answer because everybody in this business is so.
It ruins people, man. I've seen so many people get ruined over money overflow, of just constant wanting more and more, and then that's all they start to care about. Just like people, like I think sex could ruin a lot of people too when that's all they care about, and it definitely does pull away from reality.
Dave would probably disagree.
I wasn't listening. I was thinking about sex.
All right, next question. Would you rather fuck, like if you had to fuck, you have to choose.
Okay.
Oprah Winfrey or Iris Kyle?
That's easy.
Iris Kyle.
Really?
I'd have to agree.
Really?
Dude, Oprah?
You just asked me if I like big clits, and I said yeah. So yeah, I would definitely, rather.
Jeez. Boy. Okay.
A little boy?
Yeah, well, maybe a big boy.
And Boston, you don't mind that her penis is larger than yours?
Oh.
No, I don't think, dude. I don't think clits get that big.
That big. I actually have a naked picture of you on my desktop. What does that say about me?
Can we get a more up to date nude?
Yeah, I would like that,
dude. I was so thinking about having one of my guy friends leak another dick pic. Just
send it to me and tell me what you want me to do with it.
Okay, I'll
take care of it.
Please rile yourself up a little.
Yeah, just
I'll have to be lean and veiny or something.
You have to redeem yourself from that original picture. You're soft, you're fluffy, you're young, and your penis looks like a Tic Tac.
I know it's bad. It's a bad picture.
It's really bad. So you have to, like, now that you're lean, you're actually going to be revealing more of the shaft because it won't be covered with fat. So you'll actually have more length, fluff a little bit, and show us in shape, with a little bit of girth. Right? I mean, it makes sense.
Exactly.
To be fair, though, Dave, he just got out of the cold tub.
I know that because there's a shower in the background.
Yeah. I just got out of the shower.
How do we know it wasn't a warm shower?
Well, dude, my dick I always thought was super tiny, but according to fucking the internet, my dick's average.
Yeah, it is actually.
But most of the world is Asian, so.
No. This was United States.
Yeah, most of the world is Asian. No. All right, question number 7, drug related. What is the most overrated and most underrated bodybuilding drug?
Wait, most overrated and underrated?
Yeah, like what is the most overrated, underrated?
Fuck.
That's a tough question.
I want to say I'm gonna say Primo because it's mostly faked.
Yeah, how about if it's real though? Let's
yeah. Pretend everything is real.
Shit, man, I love all these drugs. I'm gonna say Deca is the most overrated, and the most underrated is Masteron.
Wait, overrated Masteron?
No, underrated.
Yeah, underrated. Okay, I can't. I kind of agree with that.
Dude, Masteron. I did an experiment. I did maybe 500 mgs of test a week with a little bit of Masteron and EQ. Dude, I swear to God, I was eating junk food like every day. Yeah. And I stayed my face stayed pretty decent, and I was pretty veiny, and I was pretty hard. Like Masteron's a good drug. And as soon as I cut it 2 weeks after, I started getting soft.
Yeah, I remember the first time I tried it, I was like, and I'm the guy who suggested, because you got to try this stuff called Masteron. Trust me. I was like, really? So I ordered it and tried it, and it was amazing, just like you said. And Deca just blows on many levels. It really does.
Well, he likes NPP.
That's different.
NPP is one of my underrated, too.
I'm a fan of NPP.
NPP is one of my favorites.
Well, it's funny you say that because, I mean, a lot of people think like Deca durable and Durabolin.
Yeah.
The thing with Deca, man, is people understand, and I've experimented with this, if you run Deca, man, you really only need 200 to 300 mgs a week. Everyone's running 800 mgs and looking like straight marshmallows.
Yeah.
You really only need 200 to 300 mgs of Deca. That's it.
All right, let me give you another question. This is number 8. As a coach, would you rather work with a skinny guy trying to bulk or a fat guy trying to cut?
Fat guy trying to cut, always.
Wait, Dave, would you agree?
Yeah. That's really, I mean, they're both tough.
You want to know 95% of my clients are recomp clients. They come to me and they're skinny fat and they want to just change their body composition. I like that a lot.
More rewarding, right?
Yeah, I mean, a skinny guy, yeah, I'm not really, And the other big mistake, man, is I always used to do insulin in the morning, and that's for skinny people. And I talked to Factory about this. I think insulin in the morning is if you're really skinny and you don't hold water and you're trying to put on size and you can't, insulin in the morning you can get away with. But for guys like me that are carb sensitive and I put on fat quite easily, it's not a good thing to do in the morning. I would rather do it around my workouts.
Got it.
All right, question number 9. As of today, what industry person would you like to punch in the face?
Punch in the face?
Who are we fucking hitting?
Dude, honestly, I'm not a violent guy, dude.
Yeah,
I never
you are.
punch.
Come on.
I'm not a violent guy, but Phil Viz actually threatened my family and shit recently, because I fucking fucked with him. So I would have to say Phil Viz for sure.
Fuck you, Phil.
Mine's Victor Del Campo, of course.
Oh, that guy's a fucking clown, dude. I wouldn't even waste your time with him.
He's awful.
Well, let me tell you both. If you guys ever want to fight, just call me up.
You both want to punch us both?
No, I'm not gonna punch you guys. I'm not gonna punch you guys. If Boston wants to fight Phil, I'm on Boston's side. If you want to fight Victor, I'm on your side.
Hey, guys, I have a special guest that wants to say hi.
Okay, who is this?
All right, well, yeah, they'll talk, and you have to guess who it is.
Areola?
No, I'm just saying a special guest. Hold on.
Hey guys, what's up?
Holy shit!
What's up, guys?
It's Areola.
Yes, it is.
Oh my God! Why are you in this house?
Well, as you know, we had 3 dogs together. I took the puppies. So I brought them by so that he could see. He hasn't seen them yet because he was doing the interview with you, but I've been out there in the lanai with them, and they're reconnecting with Bella, and they're all playing like really well. They haven't seen each other in like 4 months. Has it been 4 months? Probably
yeah,
4 months.
4 months, yeah.
Yeah, so I wanted to like kind of monitor in case, anything happened. But they're playing like really well. And Ralphie, the puppy, now is bigger than Bella. Like way bigger than Bella.
It's crazy. I can't wait to see him. That's why I told you guys I only have an hour.
Jesus, your New York accent is giving my dick like a big brother.
Right?
It's so funny. I told her that before we even met, dude, when she did an interview with Aaron Singerman after she won the Cutler. I was like, I watched her interview over 30 times before I saw her. Like, I'm like, damn, her voice is sexy as hell.
Oh,
my accent.
Yeah, you knew who it was right away.
I knew exactly what it was. I was like, oh my God. I can just picture like her lips around my dick, and I'm like jerking myself off. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, that's so funny.
I thought it was funny that you guys had brought her up earlier because they were like, before they started the video, they're like, is everything free? Would you guys say free reign? I was like, yeah, you guys
just free reign to talk about,
Yeah.
Well, Jesus. Wow. Well, should we continue on with the show or should we? Okay.
Yeah, we'll do the questions because I want to see the pup soon, so we'll finish it up.
Okay, yeah, we only have a little bit more. And finally, there's a bonus question too, but this is like the second to last question. And finally, if you had a daughter, you and Areola had a daughter, and she said, "Hey, Boston, hey, Mom, I want to do NPC bikini." What would you tell her?
At what age?
No, 19.
I'd let her. I mean, why not?
Yeah, but then what if she becomes one of those fitness sluts?
I don't know. I couldn't imagine my daughter being a slut.
Fitness.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. It's not. I'm not I wouldn't be a protective dad, but I feel like the more, I don't know. I feel like there's a way of raising your kids, man, where you could actually like benefit them by not even being that type of guy that's going to be like down their throat. I feel like a lot of these dads and shit that are overprotective and overbearing, like it really fucks their relationship up with their daughters. And I'm talking about daughters. I'm not talking about sons. Son and father relationships a lot different. But I feel like when a father is super overbearing on their daughter and like very like, like controlling, it really, really makes the girl go nuts at a certain age. They might contain them until, 17, 18, maybe even 19, but then they're going to go nuts at one point.
All right, we got a bonus question, Dave. This involves you.
Okay.
Boston, would you ever double penetration somebody?
Just involve me.
And the other dick is you.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Me and Dave?
You and Dave into another girl. So,
yeah, I would.
Yeah, I would. Why not? I mean, like, Dave's a good-looking guy. He's lean. I would be able to.
Yeah, I have absolutely no problem with being that close to Boston.
If you're like that close and you guys are both.
Here's the thing.
If you guys are that close and you're banging, would you guys make out?
No.
I don't know how you would do that, but I mean,
that's actually gay. No, but with that kind of threesome thing where you're doing double penetration, like you have to not be skeeved out by the guy. You have to.
Yes, Dave. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you were doing a threesome with some fat sloppy dude, like that shit would gross you out, right?
I would not enter into that. I would not enter into that.
Dude, you made my night with that shit right now.
I really wouldn't. I couldn't do it.
They have to be good looking, right? I'm not gay for
it's not a gay thing. It's just my dick is going to be separated by a little sheath of skin, right? At one point, our dicks are going to be almost touching.
Yeah.
Our bodies are going to be very close together. Depending on the position, like parts of us will be intertwined. I don't want some big, fat, sweaty, hairy, ugly dude.
Yes. Thank you. If
And
they're shaved and they look good and shit, like, okay, I'm just curious because, like, I had, yeah.
You and I, Boston, we got to set something up.
Yeah, well, we got to do something like that.
Areola, are you up for it, huh?
Areola, you fucking asshole.
Areola is down.
I'll take that as a yes. I take everything as a yes.
That is outstanding. Oh my God. So Dave, let's let them go. Let's let them have sex. They're gonna do it. They're together tonight.
They may pork tonight. They may pork.
I hope they do. Like I honestly hope they get it in. He's all lean and tired, and she's all drunk and.
Get it. Use that extra inch of dick that you have because you're lean right now.
Dude, I swear to God, my dick's hanging lower than my balls right now.
I know how it works.
You guys watch that Piana video?
Sure.
No.
You don't see that joke where everyone's like, does your dick hang lower than your balls?
Oh, that stupid
He
video.
did one with Kirsten Irv.
Good God, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
you guys enjoy your night. We're gonna cut you off. Areola, we love you.
We do love you.
I love you guys. Hope
Thanks
you have a good night.
Hey, if you guys have another interview within the next couple weeks, you should interview her because it's not fair that you interviewed me about our relationship.
No, it's not. You're right. She needs her.
Yeah, she can defend herself.
But she also has to be able to go those areas.
Defend myself. What is this?
It was no. I'm just saying. Did I bash her?
No. You made it a point not to.
Areola, can we get you on the show?
Yes, most definitely.
Dave?
We talk about sex and stuff.
Okay, hold on. Before we go,
What is that even a question?
Areola, do you have a Skype username?
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, I do.
Didn't you guys do an interview last time?
No. I'm just saying because we spent 30 minutes trying to get Boston on the show.
She really did.
Bad, yeah.
Oh well, you guys. The last time I think it kept disconnecting too, so they kept having issues. But yeah, no, I have a Skype username.
Pasco County. That's all I'm gonna say.
What's that?
Oh, is that what mine
That's
says?
where you guys live. That's the hillbilly area you guys live in Florida.
We're in Hernando, right?
Yeah, Hernando
Oh,
County.
I'm sorry, Hernando County. It's backwoods. It's. All right, you guys, go ahead. Go fuck. We love you all.
All right.
Thank you guys.